Straight losses. That is the longest active losing streak of any team in the NFL. Goff, one of those picks was bad. We showed it. The other one not his fault. Overall, played pretty well except for a big throw in the fourth. But when you're a quarterback, you can't have bad throws in the fourth. Matthew Stafford, 334, count them 1 through 2, 3 touchdowns. His team won. Rams were minus 1,600 on the money line. Lions covered the spread. They were getting 16.5, and the under came in. Total was 50.5. All right, this includes the playoffs. All right? If you look at Jared Goff, he's like, Sean, I love you, man.
Miss you, buddy.
Yeah. 44 wins with Sean McVay, including a Super Bowl appearance. Nothing with anybody else. 0-14 and climbing.
It's not good.
No, it's not. All right. Here we are. This season, Crown Royal supporting the local communities that serve us off the field at kickoffwithcrown.com. I'm Eric Casillas, Brian McFadden, Jonathan Jones. B-Mac, you've been in a lot of locker rooms as a two-time Super Bowl champion. Players, most of the teams you're on were good. So I don't know if you know anything about 0-7. But it seems like a lot of weeks we come here and go, man, the Lions fought hard. They were in it to the end. A couple times we've said, what a dagger, solar plexus fork kind of loss. But this was just a really good effort where they lost to a team that's better. How many times can I play that card before I need a bleeping win?
It's getting old. I'll say, they're 0-7 right now?
Yep.
Halfway point, well, not necessarily halfway point because there's 17 ball games, but maybe one more week.
Hosting Philly next week.
You can't use that next week against Philly. This was the final week you can use it because this was a team that is better than you are, right? They have more talent, they have more structure, and the expectations are higher than your expectations have been. So, okay, it's hard to accept losing in the National Football League, but let's keep it real, guys. When we watch football, we see a team lose, we see a team win. That team was supposed to lose.
Right.
They fought hard. I applaud them for fighting hard, not laying down like some other teams have done today. But you lost to the Rams. Rams have championship-like aspirations. Okay, good. EK, answer your question. This is the final week.
This is it.
Next week,
you got to win.
You have to win.
You better win against the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no question about it. And this is a team, the Lions are not devoid of talent, right? They don't have top-shelf talent, certainly not at necessarily the wide receiver position, but they have some guys along the offensive line. They have a quarterback who, we probably don't think all that highly of him, but he has some championship pedigree.
Number 1 overall pick in the draft.
That's
You win a church raffle to be there.
That's right. You look at their defense, and yeah, they leave some things to be desired, certainly on the back end with a number of injuries there, but they're coached by a number of former players, right? And this is a group. They got Aaron Glenn at defensive coordinator. They have Dan Campbell there at head coach. Mark Brunell is there as well as a quarterback's coach. And so you would think that maybe they're going to be able to get a win because every other NFL team has been able to get one. I don't care that they lost today and that they were competitive, but EK, to your point, and B-Mac, I completely agree with you. It's next week against the Philadelphia Eagles. You got to get that win because then you go into the bye after that. You don't want to be 0-8 in the middle of the season. You got to be better than this.
All right, now let's go to the Rams. They're 6-1. They have beaten Tampa. They then immediately followed that up losing to Arizona. Of course they're an elite team, right? They're a team. If you're making a short list of teams that can win the Super Bowl, the Rams have to be on it. They're not the only ones, but they have to be on it. Where do they need to get better? When you look at them right now.
For me, it's running the football. Not having a feature guy in Cam Akers, clearly they're missing his athleticism, the talent that he has, and it's putting more pressure on Matthew Stafford. So far, Matthew Stafford has handled that pressure very, very well. The past schedules, they've done a real good job, but at some point in time, when you talk about getting close to playoff season, you need to establish a ground and pound attack, a game that you can rely on when Matthew Stafford might not be in his bag. And right now, they don't necessarily have that. They have time to get things going, but that has been the concern for me. And also, too, defensively, there have been some holes in the defense as well.
Yeah.
We saw some big plays from Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
And over the last few weeks, we've seen some big plays from some other teams as well. So me personally, that has been the concern. I don't think the defense is as dominant as they were last year.
Right. Yeah, you look at some of the defensive performances. They didn't really they won against Tampa. They got crushed by Arizona. And they probably wanted them to play just slightly better against the Seattle Seahawks 2 weeks ago. But this is also a team that ranks in the bottom 10 in the NFL on third down conversions allowed.
Not good.
And today they went against the Detroit Lions team and allowed just 6 third down conversions on 15 attempts. So, okay, that was good. But again, it was against the Lions, right? And so, yeah, you do want them on the defensive side because the offense is going to be there. There's so many weapons. And you have Cooper Kupp, who we talked about earlier. He's playing like a first-team All-Pro, no question about it. And he probably should be a first-team All-Pro, certainly if the season ended right now. But Robert Woods can be forgotten about at times. And it's like, well, you know, I'm pretty good too if I'm Robert Woods. And then Van Jefferson. And then it's going to be Deshaun Jackson. You can just kind of, you know, flip a coin and decide, pick someone out of a hat. But it is the defense. And the defense is going to have to play just a little bit more up to expectations today. You got Aaron Donald affecting the pass. You got Jalen Ramsey getting that interception. Everybody feels good coming off this win and knowing that it meant a little something, certainly to the team that you just beat and the quarterback you just beat. But I do want to see this defense playing just a little bit better so that the Rams are playing at home in Super Bowl 56.
Very quick question. Matthew Stafford has never made a deep run in the playoffs, ever.
Doesn't know what it's like.
Right. We know he's a good player. We know he's a great player. Mm-hmm. Are you at all concerned that he has never made a deep run into the playoffs? Not saying it's his fault, but it just hasn't happened yet, that you need to do it once.
No.
Or is it not concerned at all?
No, because Sean McVay is the quarterback whisperer.
Okay, so we get to the NFC Championship game, and there's all this pressure on him, and he's starting to see that this may be my last time. You're not worried. Are you worried?
I'm slightly worried because he would also be going up against Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady if they get to the NFC title game, and I'm going to like my chances. I'm going to go with Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers over Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, even if you're a vet and you've accomplished something, if you've not ever done it yet, I can't assume that you can.
Yeah, you got to do it at some point, and so good for you.
It may happen. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I want to see it.
When we started talking about this game, the graphic we showed was the coaching with Jared Goff and Sean McVay.
I get it.
Sean McVay's still on the sideline.
Yeah,
I get it, but I want to see a guy. Listen, everybody who's ever done something lived a day where they hadn't done it yet and eventually did it, and he clearly can.
Okay.
My only point, I think you get it, is just to be fair, to ask the question. He's never done it.
Yep.
And we'll see if he can. And I hope he does, because I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl out of the NFC.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.